You might have noticed more wildlife in the city now that the weather has warmed up a little bit, especially those cute little baby animals. And while it is tempting to go and maybe touch those little birds or rabbits, you might want to steer clear of them. Doug Lear with the Game and Fish Department is here with some reminders, and it's so hard for so many people, Doug. You look at it and you might see there's, a little baby duck in the nest, and
right.
No mama duck around it to be seen, and you think, oh, I should do something, but the best thing for people to do is maybe not that.
It is. The best advice we give in just about any situation with young wildlife, with what appears to be orphan wildlife, is just to let them be. Now, understand, I'm a biologist. I love animals. I love wildlife. So sometimes I have to fight back my own. Our human nature is to, they need to be helped, when in actuality, if you take a step back and look at the totality of the situation, is they really don't want your help. I mean, they don't want to be captured. They don't want to be taken out of the wild, put into a cardboard box and put into your garage or into your basement. In fact, they're going to try to escape from you is what they're going to try to do. And if you're trying to capture them, they may be injured or end up dying by you just trying to capture them. So again, it kind of is counterintuitive, but if you take a step back, the best advice we can give to people is to just let them be, leave them alone.
And is there something with it too? I've heard before that then if you get your human scent on them, or the scent that you have on the animal, or it might make the mother animal aware, there's people here, I don't know if I want to go there anymore.
And the mom typically, in different cases, whether it's a young deer or some of the young other wildlife, is they will actually hide their babies, and they'll stay away so that the predators aren't attracted to that young baby duckling or that young baby fawn. So the mom may try to stay away, so they're not actually even orphaned. And kind of part of an old wives' tale is to try to keep kids from touching them, is telling them, if you touch them, your scent will get on them and the mother won't take them back. So really, there's so many different ways of trying to keep the fundamental advice of just leaving them alone and not touching them. And actually, in a lot of different cases, maybe some other different types of wildlife, baby raccoons, or there can be fleas or viruses. There can be other things that are transmitted to you from the young wildlife. So it's really hard to see any kind of a benefit from people trying to pick up and help out wildlife. That really, unfortunately, in the circle of life, doesn't always end up, with a happy ending, I guess, so to speak. There's not always a happy ending in nature.
Yeah. And you had a good point to me of they don't, that nest or wherever they are, that's their home. And you made a good point of what we don't want to happen to us.
Well, and sometimes we think that, okay, we can help them. We can get them out of, you know what? They want to be in the hedges, in the bushes, and in the wild. They don't want to be brought into your basement, your garage, just like you probably don't want to be drug out of bed and put out into a slough or out into the wildlife. So the best advice that we can continue to give to people is in 99.9% of the situations is to give them some space, to leave them alone. Their best odds of survival are actually in the wild. Their best odds of survival are not being taken by humans and put into a domestic environment.
And then real quick here, if you do see something and you maybe are concerned and you think, gosh, should we go help that? I don't know what we should do. Is there any way they can maybe reach out to someone like you or someone with the city? Or
you can pick up the phone and give the city a call, give Game and Fish a call if you're looking for some advice on there. But again, the best thing to do is to just leave them alone.
Leave them alone. All right. Doug Lear, Game and Fish, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
Coming up here on today's show, drones are in flight, and we'll check in with organizers of the drone conference in Fargo.